So I noticed that my Premiere Pro started lagging and I was wondering why. I knew that my CPU was a little bit old, but I didn't know how old, so after googling it, found out it's over 6 years old. So I decided maybe it's time to look for a new CPU. After doing some research on AM5 CPUs, I stumbled across this one on Facebook Marketplace. It's the Ryzen 9 7950X, and I decided, why not? Let's go for it. So here's my current build that I have. It's a little bit on the older side with an AM4 motherboard, and I know for a fact that it's time to upgrade. So now we're going to be adding a new CPU, motherboard, and RAM, so I could finally run Premiere Pro smoothly. And obviously I needed to run a test beforehand to look at the before and after, and stick around towards the end of the video where you could see those final numbers. After picking up the CPU from Facebook Marketplace, I went to Micro Center to grab a new motherboard and RAM combo kit. Unfortunately, Micro Center does not do combo deals with the ITX motherboard, so I had to buy those separately. So my current build has the Ryzen 7 3800X, 32 gigs of RAM, and I have an Asus ROG AM4 motherboard. This CPU is 8 cores and 16 threads. After running Cinebench, you can see that we have a multi-score of 774 and a single core of 76. The new build consists of the Ryzen 9 7950X, 64 gigs of RAM, and a new Asus ROG B650EI motherboard. Now we'll be taking apart my N-Case M1. I've had this case for a while and absolutely love the form factor and how easy it is to take off side panels. The first thing we gotta do is take off the GPU power, then take off this custom 3D printed bracket that I made for the ugly Noctua fans. Then after that, I'm removing the fan headers. Then I'm taking off the bolts that hold the GPU, and then taking off all the fans. After taking off these fans, I've noticed a lot of dust, so I'll be cleaning that out as well. Taking out the CPU cooler, and this thing is dusty as well. We're definitely going to give this a good cleaning, and bam, look at that. Now I'll be taking off the final bracket for the graphics card, and obviously the graphics card is really dusty, so I'll be taking care of that. Then I'll be taking off the 24-pin power supply connector, and after removing all the motherboard screws, then we'll be taking out the rear fan off and getting the motherboard out. Now that we've removed the motherboard, we'll be taking out the M.2s, and I'll be transferring that to the new AM5 motherboard. Transferring the M.2s is very simple. All you do is unscrew, peel, and insert the M.2. There might be a bolt or a bracket holding it down on the other end. And I also had another M.2 on the back, so we'll insert that as well. And after we're done, we're going to be adding the CPU. Make sure the triangles line up and lock it in. Now we'll be adding the RAM sticks. Make sure the notches match up with the motherboard and you'll hear a click, meaning that it's fully seated. Now we'll be adding the CPU bracket in. And after adding the perfect amount of thermal paste, I like to spread it out and add the CPU cooler. Then adding the fans back in and looping it around. Make sure you plug it fully in. Now I like to install the motherboard into the case. And after adding the exhaust fan, I'll be adding the 24-pin. And as you can tell, everything is cleaned up. And we'll be installing the GPU and making sure that every cable is latched in properly. Stay tuned on future videos where I repurpose the AM4 motherboard for something special. And now after turning it on, we'll do a few tests. And we'll run Cinebench again. And after running the test, we had a score of 774 beforehand and now we're up at 1958. That's more than double, but keep in mind that this is a 16-core processor compared to the 8-core processor that we had. And in single-core performance, we see a huge leap, at least on my end. Thank you for sticking around towards the end of the video, and if you wanted to watch some of my previous videos, you could find them here.